Joining us now is Dr. Vin Gupta, a practicing pulmonologist and affiliate professor at the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation. He's on the National Board of Directors of the American Lung Association. He's an MSNBC medical contributor and a great friend. Vin, good to see you again. Can't believe we're having this discussion, right? We had discussions during COVID about, I would argue, valid concerns about quickly developed vaccinations in a country where people worry about government-mandated vaccinations. But there were valid discussions to be had, and you and I had them. This isn't. And two health experts testified these are not actually valid concerns. And RFK Jr. has financial interests in ginning up doubt about the efficacy and safety of vaccines.
Golly, good evening. Great to be with you, my friends. And this is an urgent topic. I'm glad we're talking about it. You're right. There isn't a problem. They are inventing a problem and then inventing solutions that they don't even know what they're voting on. I was stunned, as I know many of my peers were, that in your tee-up, you talked about this combination vaccine for measles, mumps, rubella, varicella. We give it in certain cases, Ali. My wife's a pediatrician. She'll counsel her patients, get the separate doses, MMR and varicella in separate doses, because there is a small risk of febrile seizures, which is a condition that's self-limited, resolves on its own. But for young infants, we recommend going with the separate doses, not the combined, for a reason. And it's very clear. But sometimes some patients have poor access to medical care. Their kids don't want multiple needles. So in the right circumstances, we say, okay, let's do the combination shot. It's informed discussion with their pediatrician. They're taking that away. They're taking away patient autonomy. They're taking away provider autonomy, Ali. And they don't have a good reason to do it. No other country in the world is saying, hey, let's do the same thing. But again, inventing a solution for a problem that they are inventing. Same thing with hepatitis B. There's a reason we do birth dose. For your audience here, there's a reason infants get a hepatitis B vaccine within the first 24 hours of birth, because they want to take us back to a time where you screen everybody and then give a vaccine to somebody that might test positive.
Right.
That, Ali, missed a ton of people. And that's why we're doing the things that we do. No reason to relitigate.
So, Vin, we do not have the highest life expectancy in the developed world. Part of that is because we have a lot of gun deaths in this country, and a lot of people don't have access to health care. But it's pretty high. And when you go back to, let's say, 1900 or even 1930, about 100 years ago, the life expectancy rate was substantially lower than it is now. And a lot of that is because a lot of babies died. A lot of children died of infectious diseases. This idea of creating herd immunity and immunizing almost universally has literally increased life expectancy in the United States.
That's right. I mean, perfectly said. We've almost doubled it, if not exceeded it in many cases. And it's because we don't have to deal with polio. We don't have to deal with measles, mumps, rubella, big killers back when you just referenced over decades ago. We don't have to deal with that. And to the point you made, we're a victim of our own success to some degrees. Some quarters don't realize that. And I'm stunned that one of the senior advisors for RFK is talking about revisiting polio. And I say this as a pulmonologist. Ali, back in the 1950s and 60s, people remember, those that are watching might have loved ones who were impacted by this. Yep. Paralytic cases of polio were very common, hundreds of thousands of cases. That's why we developed the iron lung. We have forgotten what that looks like, and it's created an opening for people like RFK, Kaylee Means, and his team to misinform.
Polio essentially eradicated. Google a picture of iron lung and look at rows and rows of people in rooms being aided in their breathing because of this. We've come so long. There's no reason to take an inch back. Vin, good to see you as always. Dr. Vin Gupta joining us. He's a pulmonologist and an MSNBC medical contributor.